Hello and welcome to GOA365 Story Behind the Story. I'm Glenn Costa and today we are having this discussion on a very, very distressing, sad, upsetting and more than that, something that should not happen, and if it happens, I don't know what is going to be the future of Goa. I'm not talking about Goans because Goans bring politicians to power. I'm talking about Goa as the state, as the place, as we know it, as our motherland, so as to say. So with me to discuss this very, very brutal attack to a very good friend of mine and an activist, Rama Kankonkar, ST leader. He is not a ST activist as many of the media houses have been saying. He is an ST leader. He is a very, very senior panel. Now, you all know some of the panelists, but in different avatars. So I would like to introduce you to the panelists in this particular avatar, starting with Advocate Pratibha Bai Kutino, my good friend. Now here she is as an advocate because we are talking about a law and order issue. Pratibha, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Subhash Bab Goekar, journalist, chief reporter of GOA365. He's been covering this since yesterday, what has happened, and including late night today. Subhash Bab, welcome to our show. Ramesh Naik Rao, famous journalist, also of 365 from South Goa. He's been covering what's the mayhem that gangsters have been causing in South Goa for some time, shootings and all. We knew that South Goans were, much hot-blooded, but guns, swords, talwar, this is something new. Ramesh Bab, welcome to our show. And last but not the least, Francis Bab Coelho, politician. She started off his political career probably with the Shiv Sena, which is probably the godfather of all these things. So Francis Bhai, and then he moved on to other things. Now he's not with AAP from what we hear rumors. I don't know if it is true because he has some differences with the lawyer president of AAP. I don't know, Francis, you don't have to deny all this. This I have heard from other sources. You know us, no? We get sources, we get information from everywhere. Francis Bab, but my very good friend also, Francis Bab Coelho, welcome to her. Ma'am, what is going on? These are your words which I am throwing back on you only. What is going on? Law and order has collapsed. You tell us as a lawyer. I am not talking to you today as an activist. Sorry. As a lawyer, what exactly is your scene?
See, first and foremost, thanks for having us here.
My duty,
let me say that yesterday's day, that is 18th September 2025, I term it as a black day. Why term it as a black day? Because law and order, as I've been always saying, has collapsed. Law and order muntarenna. Home Minister, I don't know, CM is the Home Minister. I don't know, uloita te zaina disti podna. And I feel democracy is in threat. Why I say this? See, today I'm come here as not as a politician or an activist. As you said that I've come as a lawyer because I've done law.
You as a lawyer?
Because I've done law, and when I used to study law, I used to love constitution. That was my favorite subject. And in constitution we had this right to protest, right to speak, right to voice out, right to dress, right to speak, whatever you want. And we are in a democratic country. And in democratic country, you see yesterday what has happened, and especially in Goa. आम्ही आयकलेली खबऱ्यो झारखंड यूपी बिहार जाता पूण ही डे लायटान काल कितें जाल्लो आसा नाव रामाचेर अटॅक जाल्लो आसा रामा काणकोणकर कोण वो तो म्हजो इश्ट आनी तुमी पळयला आसतले जायते पाटी जाले 5 वर्सां आमी बाराबोर काम करतात खंयचो इशू जावं खंयचे दोंगर कातुतात गोंयांत कितें झाडां ना आमचे शेतां पाळां सगळें कितें पाड घालतात जाल्यार लँड डील करतात जाल्यार आमचो आवाज आमी उबारतात बट हियर इफ यू हॅव सीन yesterday I think democracyचेर अटॅक कित्याक जाला म्हणटा ग्लेन बिकॉज दिसाचे बापलो रामा 12:45 कारान जाली he was just out with one of the journalists. He had gone for Navin Times, Soiru Velip. He had gone to have his grub. 12:45, 6 people come. 6 people come without mask. See this. See the guts. Without mask. And they attack Rama. वायर घेवन तेका ते हें घेवन तेका वायराची बोडयेनी तेका मारला तेजे दोडो फोडला when I went to meet Rama yesterday he was crying, his eye was bleeding, तेजे बॉडीचे सगळी रेना आयल्या फाटल्यान बॉडी सारकी तेका हें केला आनी वयल्यान तेका लास्टाक शेण लायला. So I think this is a pre-planned attack which is done on Rama, and this is done just to suppress voice. Rama's voice and our voice. It is not attack only on Rama, it is an attack on every one of us who go out and speak against the wrongdoings of the Sarkar, that is BJP Sarkar. आता इतल्या वायट दिसता की तेका मारला तेजेर म्हाका सांगूंक जाय certain things, first thing is that सीएमान कितें म्हणलें आमी म्हणटात आमकां जस्टीस जाय पूण सीएमान कितें म्हणलें काल सीएमान म्हणलें की आपण इन्स्ट्रक्शन दिल्या पुलिसांक न्ही आनी आमी सोडचें ना. हू इज सीएम टू गिव इन्स्ट्रक्शन? एज अ लॉयर आय एम टेलिंग यू, सीएम यू हॅव नॉट स्टडीड लॉ. तूं दोतोर, तुवें झाडापाडांचें काम करपाचें. So, but he is not a lawyer. He cannot give instructions. It is the job of the police, and police have to find out and have to impose sections. CM Sangtola and my police act kotoli. Criminal act dolyar, it is a job of the police, and police will put sections. Secondly, maka vicharung jay te mask घालनास ना इल्ले. They came and attacked Rama's brutal attack केला रामाचेर. असलो केन्नाच हिस्ट्रीन जावन आसतलो गोंयान. taka attack केला नी without mask they come. Now you tell me. So somebody is behind this.
A big powerful, not small. Somebody.
Not small. These are pawns. There's somebody ringmaster who is doing it, because after doing it, they were literally, it seems, doing the video filming. One fellow was doing shooting and sending it to somebody. Now tenka dolya munta ते 5 जाणांक दोल्ले. नादर फादर सगळ्यांची नांवां आमी पयली आमी सगळ्यांची. नो म्हाका सांग ही कोणाची मनशां. इट इज व्हेरी इजी. तुमकां अजून आतां तांकां राती साकून दवरलां, इतलीं वरां जालीं, अजून तुमकां तेंचो रिंग मास्टर कोण तो मेळना. हे चिल्लर, हे फाटले दिसान भायर सरलेले खंय, हेंकां हे हॅबिच्युअल ऑफेंडर्स, हे सुपारी मॅन, सुपारी किंग तो आमकां कळोंक जाय कोणें केलां तें. हू इज ट्रायंग टू अटॅक अस. Openly हो अटॅक जाल्लो आसा. दिस इज अटॅक ऑन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. इट्स अटॅक ऑन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड इट इज एन अटॅक ऑन डेमोक्रेसी. डेमोक्रेटीक रायट जो आसा पळय आयज हे खंय तरी भिरान घालपाचो हो प्रयत्न जो करपा लागला. हांव म्हणटा की सीएम, आयज यू हॅव फेल्ड एज अ होम मिनिस्टर.
Fair enough. And also my point is that maybe this is a message, because after brutal attack, then they might shand gatla. That means keep your mouth shut. Also direct attack on the ST community. This is actually, it's not only the attempt to murder, it is atrocities against ST should have been put in this. I don't know what are the, this I think probably the Francis and all will be able to, but I don't know if that thing has, and that is
अरे तू म्हाका सांग, आता तेंका दोल्ला, तेंका राती दोल्ला न्ही, तांच्याकडे फोन आसा न्ही, फोन आहा न्ही, ते फोन लाया मरे ट्रॅकिंगाचेर, कोणाकडे उलयले पळयात मरे.
That cop should do. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Now, Subhashish, you were there today morning. Forget about it last night. Today morning, now they had a meeting with the minister. I think that maybe Francis. But outside, what they said that they are going to do some investigation, SIT, headed by whom? Headed by the cops only. Because here, without cops protection, without political protection, nobody has the guts to do this. It is impossible. Impossible. Today they can attack you. We do stories much worse than what Rama does. They can attack us, and what's going to happen?
Anytime.
Yeah, it's happened in the past. It can happen again. So, what? SIT headed by whom? By the cops? Because police protection, without police protection, it is not possible that these guys have the guts. This has just happened. I think some of them of the same group have attacked somebody from I think Mandre. That Jarpaj has not even filed a case against them. Then there was a gang fight in Margaon. Guns and all in Goa. What was the SIT anyway? Sorry, I've meandered. Yes.
No, so basically when the protesters were outside the old secretariat, and they were saying that the demands were basically that they need to find the main person
Protection
behind.
Yeah.
So who's the godfather behind this attack? Now their protesters were they blocked the roads and stuff like that. Protest was pretty intense. But then they spoke to the CM apparently, and the SP was there on ground, and they said that the CM is willing to speak to you all, but only 5 people at first. So then the MLAs and leader of opposition who were there, they walked all the way to Alteen, and after that they said that they'll entertain only 5 people. Then people said that activists also want to meet the CM and stuff. They went in, they came out about 10 minutes later, and basically it was standard, something that should have been done without even meeting the CM and having a protest. One is, he said that a task force will be formed.
Headed by?
That has not been given out. He said a task force will be formed, he'll slap some of the NSA Act on him, and Tadipar will be considered, and by Sunday all of this would be done. Now again, this should have been a standard. Like, why do you need a protest?
Yeah, you don't need.
Yeah, so this should have been the normal. So if now we have to fight for such small things, like if people have to go on ground and fight for such small, just for an investigation to take place without any interference, this all has to be done. Then what happens to the normal person, a common man who he was assaulted? Today it is Rama. Rama is quite prominent. He's been very vocal, and it has been a heinous crime. But since he's in the limelight, the case is pretty prominent. But tomorrow it could be anyone. Just to get to someone like me as a journalist, if someone of my close friends or family is attacked, would it get the same attention? And then who do I approach then for a proper investigation? Who do I trust? If the cops themselves, when they are doing the Panchnama at 9 o'clock in the night, when the incident happened at around 12 in the afternoon, then obviously courts will say things like, evidence could have been tampered.
Evidence could have been tampered. That wire which was that cop was holding it in his hand. So where is that means they are purposely trying to contaminate the evidence so that the fingerprints are not seen. All those things. Now, for example, I was there when they were doing the Panchnama at 9:15, 9:20 in the night. I have got whatever video recordings. It's rained. They're all puddles. What their forensics they are going to get? And even up till 9:15, and probably they have already informed these people because there were vehicles patrolling. I don't know from where. They were patrolling literally. They were not police vehicles patrolling, but they were vehicles patrolling to find out bikes, cars and all, to find out who is there, what is happening. That means information was already given by the cops to whom? That is something that the chief minister, I'm not talking about the IGP and all, because it doesn't look like the IPS officers and whatever do anything without any pushing from the chief. The chief minister is responsible to find out who are these people who are roaming around in the night. And that cop, whoever was doing the IO, he should be pulled up. His record should be top, because all the time that he was there, he was on the phone. All the time while doing the thing, he was on the phone. Who he was reporting to, what he was giving, I don't know. Such a big incident, Panchnama, at least these SPs are doing bloody marches on the roads here at 12 night. SP should have been there doing the Panchnama to find out if the procedure was there. IPS officers are aware. What is going on? Ramesh Bab, आता ती accident झाला ती गान मान तिंगा ती गँगस्टर इतल्याच आहात तुमचे साऊथ गोवान कितें चल्ला तिंगा?
ग्लेन पळय लॉ अँड ऑर्डर म्हणलें जाल्यार न्हय लोक आतां इतले बेजारल्यात लॉ अँड ऑर्डर सामकी कॉलेप्स जाले कडेन आसा. कितली तूं सावथा साकून पळय कितली इन्सिडेंट जाले ते कुंकळी जालो पुलिसे मारलो तेज पयलीं कोलवा एक लेडी पुलिसे मारले कशी बायल मारता ते पळय. दुसरे पुलिसेक एक बायल मडगांवाकच धमकी दिता तेजे आंगार पडटा बायलां पावर आसा ती बायल दाखयतात. त्या नंतर नावेली इन्सिडेंट जाले नावेलीक त्या एकट्याक अशें करून मारले. पण ही सगळी जी हें आसा हें आनी कालचो इन्सिडेंट रामा काणकोणकार जी गन हाडून दाखयले कडेन आसात. हांव सांगता आनी हेचे पयलीं सुद्दां इन्सिडेंट जाल्लो गन जो आसा तो मारले ताका तो म्हणटा की हें गन दाखयलें दुसरें पण थंय गन येता तिसरेंच. म्हणजे हेतूंक खंय तरी पुलीस आसा पळय न्हू हेतूंक मिली भगत आसा. कित्याक पुलिसे मेळोनूच हें सगळें काम जाता नाजाल्यार हें जावपाक शकनात. खंय तरी वयर साकून फोन येता तूं अशें कर तशें कर. आतां हे जे आतां झगडी करतात आमी गँग वॉर म्हणना आनीक आमी हेंय म्हणना. एक सांग हे कोणाले हे कोणी पोसले हे इलेक्शना टायमार हेंकां जे पॉलिटिशियन आसात तेंकां हे हेल्प करतात आनी हेजे खातीर. आनी एक सांगता आमी स्टोरी केल्ली तुगेले कुडतोरे हांगा इन्सिडेंट जालो घराचेर फायरींग केली. एकट्या धरलो तुमी जो बारीक आसा ताका धरलो त्या गेल्यार पूण मेन एक्यूज आजुनूय कित्याक मेळना म्हणजे पुलिसांची इन्फॉर्मेशन खंय गेलें. आतां CID आसात CID इन्फॉर्मेशन दिता. दुसरे LIB पुलीस आसा तेंगेले आनी एक स्टाफ आसा हे SB म्हूण ते आसात. हे इंटेलिजन्स कलेक्ट करपाचे मनशां जर काय मेळना जाल्यार पुलीस बीट पुलीस ते सांगना तुका इतले मेळोन सुद्दां तेणी इन्फॉर्मेशन दिल्या हे करना. कित्याक खंय तरी वयर साकून फोन येता आनी हे फोन येवन भानगडी सगळी जातात. आमी सगळे म्हणनात की पुलिसेक सगळे पुलिसेचेर घालता. थोडी पुलीस बरे आसात काम करपी आसा म्हूण ते खंय तरी धडपान पेज येता म्हणून ते मातशे फाटीं रावता. कित्याक खुबशे पुलीस ऑफिसर आमचे कडेन प्रत्यक्ष उलयले कडेन आसा कितें करूं पयलीं अशें करतात. ही रियल स्टोरी. आनी
वयर ऑन फोन येत जाल्यार मागीर कितें करपाचें ते पॉलिटिकल पॉलिटिकल इश्यू.
हांवें तांकां म्हणलें तुमच्यान जायना तुमी सोडून वचात बेस्ट तुमी नांव तरी उरतलें. कित्याक आमी त्या कामां सोडले कडेन आसा आमकांय खबर आसा बरें जालें म्हणटा आमी की ह्या हितूंतल्यान तरी हें उरलें. पण लॉ अँड ऑर्डर जी आसा ही सामकी कॉलेप्स जाले कडेन आसा. जर लॉ अँड ऑर्डर जर
Fault is whose? No, wait, I
No.
want to bring the politician on.
जे
Fault is whose?
हो फॉल्ट आम्ही चड ब्लेम पुलिसे करतात
ना, how it-
वयल्यान
police-
फोन
ना,
येता
police-
फोन
police
येता
हांव
म्हूण
blame
तूं
करना.
भिनाका
हांगा
बारीक
हांव
मनीस
पुलिसांक
त्रासा
blame
पडटा
करना. Please,
लोकांक कोर्टा गेल्यार
रमेश-
न्याय मेळना
रमेश-
लोक न्याय मेळपा जाय म्हूण
रमेश-
कोर्टा वयता तो सुद्दां न्याय
हांगा
मेळना
हांव पुलिसांक न्ही ब्लेम करना, हांगा हांव ब्लेम करता पॉलिटिशियनाक न्ही. आनी म्हजो डायरेक्ट चार्ज आसा. कित्याक पळय तुवें म्हणिल्लें तशें नावेली म्हाज्या कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सी मॅटर जाल्ली. भुरगे रातचे 10:30 कोणागेर वचून तांची गाडी फोडटा, तांच्या घरा वचून बायलांक एब्यूज करता, तांचे गाडयेचे आरशे फोडून सगळे डॅमेज करता. आनी जेन्ना हांव घेवन वता पुलीस कितें करताले? पुलीस काय करपना. टील टुडे FIR हांवें रजिस्टर कर म्हणली, जाली ना. कित्याक मेरा बाबा है, देर इज द गॉड फादर. प्रत्येक कॉन्स्टिट्यूट आपल्या हितूंत कॉन्स्टिट्युन्सींत लोकांनी एक गॉडफादर हे सांगता पळय, हांव तुका सांगता, पॉलिटिशियन आसा पळय तेणी आपले म्हणजे जंग करून दवरिल्ले आसा. हे अशे भुरगे करून दवरिल्ले आसा. असले ते 5 जाणां 10 जाणां आसता पळय, तलवारी घेवन गन घेवन तांकां फ्री हँड दिल्लो आसा. काय भिवपाची गरज ना. बाबा आसा न्ही, तुमी कांयच भिनाकात. भितर घातल्यार हांव काडटा न्ही भायर.
पुलीस कितें करता प्रतिमा? पुलीस कितें करतात? पुलीस कितें करतात?
पुलीस भितात मरे.
आसतो जाय ते गॉडफादर म्हूण पुलिसेन आपल्याली हितून रावपाक जाय न्हू.
पुलीस शूड थिंक दॅट दे आर गेटिंग पेड.
लोक कोणाचे विश्वास करतात?
आम्ही पे
पुलिसाचे
करता. टॅक्सीज
म्हणून पुलिसय जाय ना.
आम्ही पे करता. सो आय एम टेलिंग यू इट कम्स फ्रॉम देर. हे
I have
मंत्री
known- I have
आणि
known
आमदार
policies, like for example, like Umesh Gaonkar, Mahesh
they
Gaonkar.
have
Check one
been
of the
very
guys.
strict policies.
Bosco George.
ते सांगता ना तुका
ते अरे ते
बरे ऑफिसर
But
आसा.
today
गेले
it
ते
is
पुदेर
very
गेले
different.
ते पाव
Those
गेले पुदेर
days are
गेले.
not different.
आय
Francis,
येस
I
बॉस
would-
येस
I
बॉस
would like to-
नाल्यार
I
तुका
would like to-
हे जाता कितें जाता ट्रान्सफर जाता.
जाऊन दे
दे आर
transfer.
थिंकिंग अबाउट देम
Salary तीच मेवता
ते
न्हू.
पाव गेले ते पुदेर
Salary
गेलो.
तीच मेवता न्हू.
पयले म्हणटा ते
Transfer
मंत्र्याक
जाता
न्ही
कितें
सारखे
problem?
लायनीर हाडपाक जाय. नेपाळ जाला पळय, नेपाळ जाला ते म्हाका दिसता आतां गोंयांत जावपाची
Oh, wait,
स्थिती
wait,
आयल्या.
wait. Now you're becoming
I
an
am saying that
activist. Now you're becoming an activist.
I think the students and the college
Francis-
students should come out now.
Francis, tell me now. See, this is a political issue. Why? Because suppose if the cops have to do, I don't agree with Ramesh in some way. I don't agree. I don't know. 50-50. But suppose if the police have to do a good job, कोणाचे हे जाय? They politicians and free hand दिवंक जाय. Follow the rule. They should be trained. They should be aware of how forensics is, how evidence is gathered. And if the case there is no conviction, the lawyers, the PPs and the cops should be punished. That doesn't happen. If there's no, like see our roads also, there is absolutely no accountability. Our policing also, there is no activity. No this at all. And it is not possible, not possible for Gundagiri to thrive without political and police protection. It is not possible. We have seen how Ravi Naik broke the back of these gangs. Some of these people who are heading the gangs are in the assembly today. I'm openly saying it. But he's the one who's broken the back. He's still an MLA. That time he was Home Minister. He has brought even MLAs down to their knees. But without political backing and without police backing, Gundagiri cannot survive. You agree with me on this? Then you go to whichever topic you want.
See, Glenn, I completely agree. See, I'll tell you, we went and did a meeting with the CM. I was one of the people
Yeah,
that
you went up today.
went up to meet the CM today.
Correct.
Everything that we told the CM
He has
is
agreed.
something, he has agreed to everything, right?
Vipaji garaz na.
But we don't have to be telling him that. And he doesn't need to be telling that North
the
Goa
cops.
SP Rahul Gupta that.
Rahul Gupta
Rahul
was
Gupta needs to
No,
do
he was
his
there.
job.
He was
The
there.
fact that
No, was he there?
Yes, Rahul Gupta was in the room. The fact that आमका इतलो व्हडलो एजिटेशन करचो पडलो, आझाद मैदानान चालू केले, मागीर हिंगा धांवले, मागीर थिंगा धांवले, मागीर दयानंद बांदोडकर रोड बंद केल्या उपरांत दयानंद बांदोडकर रोड बंद केल्या उपरांत मागीर आमकां फोन येता एसपीचो की चला तुमकां सीएमाक मेळोंक जाय जाल्यार सीएमाक मेळोंक कित्याक दयानंद बांदोडकर रोड बंद जाल्या उपरांत मागीर ते बेजार जाले बिकॉज इट बिकेम नॅशनल न्यूज that Panjim is paralyzed. Okay, then we said okay, we'll go to meet the CM. There they did not tell us ki कोणाक भितर वतले. When we reached the barricade, that time they said 5 jana वसा. So we said okay, you know what, let the activists go because this is their movement. One of them has been this. After the activists, then they allowed politicians, and then when we went inside, after we told the CM everything, CM is saying yeah, the mastermind should be found. And everything that we said, the CM repeated like a parrot to the North Goa SP. Now, why is this required?
I don't know.
That is what
This
I'm saying. No,
this
that's what
is
I'm
required. This is required because this has never been the state of Goa. There was a BJP government earlier also, but this particular BJP government, which is in power currently, okay, you look at the history of this particular BJP government. There has never been references of boom boom gangs and bang bang gangs. Only started after this Pramod Sawant government. 2019 onwards. Let me give you an example. There's an FIR called FIR number 315/2019 in Goa. This FIR, where was one Karyakarta of the BJP has been beaten up. Okay, nails were punched into that man's back. Okay, Azuni 307 was applied on that FIR. Azuni kai jaung na te FIR. Azuni kai jaung na. Nothing is happening. The thing is not even gone to trial. We are in 2025. So varsa zali. Trial hi chalu jaung na. So the law and order has gone so bad. This is happening because there is a minister involved in what has happened with Rama Kankonkar. We have told this to the CM or to his face in the meeting today. It's on record. His people have recorded it on TV. We have told him that there is a big gangster involved. We have told him that his minister is involved. That gangster did not get up one day and say, Rama Kami Dik Shikoya, that the gangsters don't work for free. Otherwise they chill. They work when they have been appointed by somebody. They have a client. There's a proper client who appoints a gangster to do something. We told the CM very clearly that a minister from your cabinet has appointed the gangster and that gang. That is the same gang that beat up that Mandre Sarpanch.
That guy is too scared to even file a complaint.
Exactly.
By the way,
same gang.
Not filed a
so
complaint.
there is a minister who's hired that gang to teach Rama Kankonkar a lesson. And the CM has said that, like, you know, I am giving you an assurance that, like, whoever it is will be caught. Now, my question is, let's get to the catching later. My question is, how has this happened? On whose watch is that happened? What was the Panjim PI doing? What was he doing? The fact that it has happened in the Panjim police station, from the PI to the beat officer to every Tom, Dick and Harry down the line, should be sacked immediately and suspended. The fact that it has happened.
Otherwise, there cannot be a proper investigation. Yeah,
Exactly.
People are involved from the, where the guys who are going to investigate.
The fact that the cops are saying we have arrested ते उतर वापरता आम्ही अरेस्ट केला म्हणा कितें अरेस्ट केला रे तुम्ही ते दोग जाण वचोन बसोन हुंय तरी दोडामार रेस्टॉरंटान बसलेले ते एका अरेस्ट म्हणटा दिस इज अ प्लॅन्ड सरेंडर इट वॉज एन अरेस्ट म्हणजे कितें आमी ताका धरले पुलीस धांवताले हे धांवताले थिंगा आख्खे हे लोक आहा ते चेकपोस्टार आमकां सांगता पुलीस येयले ते बसलेले आले बरे आसन दोनी गेले ते बसोन सेम थिंग हॅपन्ड एट मारगांव रेल्वे स्टेशना भितरूय ना आले तेंच्या हातीन काय तिकीटी ना तेंकडे प्लॅटफॉर्म तिकीट लेगून ना काय ना बसलेले थिंगा चाव पिताले पुलीस येयले तेंच्यावर बसले गाडयेन बसून येयले इज दिस कॉल्ड अरेस्ट What is the meaning? There's a difference between the word surrender. There's a dictionary difference between the word surrender and arrest. These criminal policemen are using the term arrest. It is not an arrest. It is a complete surrender, planned surrender. की तुम्ही थिंगा वसा तुम्ही आमकां तीग जाणांक आमी थिंगा मेवतले तुका थिंगा आमकां तुम्ही घेवन व्हरात मागीर आनी तांकां वतना सामके जेतान सामको हो लायक धुला धुलन वता पळय तो हे तांकां येला भितर पुलीस स्टेशनान आनी तांकां वतना थिंगा पुलिसाचे फौज पळय कितली ती ते कोणाक सालबार करपाक यू आर टेकिंग 6 criminals into the police station. Why do you need 30 policemen standing at the door of the police station? Whereas Rama Kankonkar थिंगा मोत्ता आमकां हे इन्फॉर्मेशन मेवला की तेका हॉस्पिटलानूय कोणा मारूंक येवपाचो आहा थिंगा एकूय पुलीस वालो ना पूण हे पांच जाणांक धरला पळय तांकां थिंगा सालवार करपाक पेंजीम पुलीस स्टेशन आमी तेजेर कितें करतले म्हणून पेंजीम पुलीस स्टेशना भायर PIन थिंगा मनीस हाडून दवरल्या. दिस इज द सिट्युएशन इन गोवा. And the CM, he doesn't have anything to say. When the next thing I want to tell you, आम्ही CM क विचारले तू कित्याक वचोंक ना तेका मेवपाक नाजाल्यार तू 10 जाणांक वयता मरे एका मेवपाक तेका मेवपाक इतलो व्हडलो इन्सिडेंट जालो आमी सांगचे उपरांत मागीर तो गेला थिंगा GMCन तेन्नाच उठोन धाडला तेका आमी immediately we told him immediately you go okay बरें म्हणून लागला and immediately he sat in the car and he went to GMC. He did not go. Now tomorrow he'll say हांव गेलो no I am saying on record I was there at that meeting. It is there on record. They have been recorded. आमी सांगला म्हणून तो बरें हांव वयता तेका आमी सांगचे पडटा CMक. So this is how the BJP government is working and this BJP government. Manohar Parrikar also ran a BJP government. I am completely against the BJP. I am completely against the BJP. But this particular BJP government,
but that government did not run like this, yeah.
That government had a semblance of law and order.
A lot of
strict,
right? There was a semblance of law and order. This BJP government, the ministers themselves are calling hits on people. See, if I was a policeman and my boss called me up and told me, "तू माझे सांगता पळय एका मातसो मार." दॅट मीन्स आय हॅव गॉट अ वन अप ऑन दॅट मॅन नो. तुझे सांगले उपरांत हांवें एका मारलो, फाल्यां हांव तेका मारतना तूं मातसो ओगी राव आनी म्हाका कांय करूंक दिनाका. So the policemen who are supposed to be held responsible to some line of command, that line of command has completely vanished. The police do whatever they want, whoever pays them whatever they want, and that is how the whole system has gone to a complete dogs.
रमेश, हांव कितें आतां म्हणटा, आतां तूं पुलीस बीट कोत्तात, तूं हांवें पुलीस बीट केलाच. नाव आमी जाणा पुलीस कशें चलता ते. नाव एक सांग म्हाका, पुलीस बरें आसा, नो डावट, पुलीस वायट आसा, बट हे लेवलार वचपाक पुलिसीक कशें इतले लेवलार पावता पुलिसीचे हाल, पुलिसीचे हाल. कित्याक लॉस कितें, लोक पुलिसीक शिराप सोडटलो, तेंका फॅमिली आसा, तेंचेर शिराप वयतली, हे पयशे घेता आनी मागीर गू खाता म्हणून, आनी लोकांक गू खावयता म्हणून, आनी लोकांचे तोंडार गू खावपाक दिता, दाखयता, एलाव करता म्हणून. शिराप मोडचे ना तेंका हें लॉस ना रे. गोंयकारांक इतलीच लॉस गेली रे सगळी आमची गोंयकाराची.
ग्लेन, पयलीं म्हणलें जाल्यार ना, एक पुलीस स्टेशन आसा, त्या पुलीस स्टेशनाची एरी पयलीं पळोवपाक जाय, आनी एरी पळोवन ते पुलीस स्टेशनाक ज्युडिरिक्शनाक ह्यूज एरी उरता एक पुलीस स्टेशनाक, आनीक थंय स्टाफ उरता सामके कमी. आनीक विचारल्यार कितें सांगता, थंय SP विचारल्या या DYSP विचारल्या, 1982 स्टाफ, 1982 100 घरां आसलीं, आनी 100 घरांक ते ज्युडिरिक्शन पावताले. आतां थंय 10,000 घर जाल्यात. किती पॉप्युलेशन कितलें वाडलें, आनीक तरी पूण स्टाफ तितलोच पावता म्हणटात. हो एक तांचो फॉल्ट सामको. दुसरें, थंय त्या ज्युडिरिक्शनात जर एक फॉर्मर मिनिस्टर आसा या जज जे आसा, त्या जज्जा राखपाक एक 2 सेक्युरिटी पुलीस घालची पडटा, कितली शॉर्टेज. दुसरें, थंय उरता
मिनिस्टर,
हय, मागीर अशें करून जायती उरतात, आनी तांकां सेक्युरिटी काबार. पुलीस स्टेशनार जर फाल्यां कोणी 4 जाण येवन जर थंय अटॅक केलो जाल्यार पुलिसे कडेन एट द टायम एक सुद्दां पुलीस मेळपाना. 4, 5 जाण 10 जाण आसता ते तांकां पावपाना. एक जर मोर्चा लोक घेवन येयले जाल्यार तांकां कितें करता ते.
अरे पुलीस स्टेशना भायर ते 5 जाणांक सिक्युरिटी दिवपाक 30 जाण आले मरे पणजे पुलीस स्टेशनाच्या भायर.
तेच सांगता ना तुका,
खंयचे हाडलेले
ते कितें
तू ना म्हणटा आनी हांव सांगता हा म्हणून तोड हा म्हणून पुलीस.
पुलीस ना,
तेचे कडेन
तूं
काम
पळय
जायना म्हणटा.
सावथाचे प्रत्येक रेकॉर्ड काढून पळय.
Okay, one sec. I need to wait. One sec. I need to go in for a short break. Give me, keep watching. We'll be back immediately. Welcome back. For those who've joined us late, I will give a very quick intro, starting with this. This is an episode. This what we are doing is on that brutal beating with a message for all those who who are against real estate, who are against the rape of Goan land, the blatant corruption, the various issues. It's a message to all those who live in Goa, who are interested in Goa. Keep your mouth shut or you will be beaten like this. I hope we can see the visuals later on. But right now I'd like to, a very quick intro, Advocate Pratima Kotino, Subhashish Goekar, Ramesh Naik Raut and Francis Bab Coelho. Yeah, Ramesh Bab, तुम्ही सांगताले कितें सारखे प्रोसिजर सांगताले सांगा आणि तुम्ही एव्हिडन्साचेर उलयताले कन्विक्शनाचेर उलय ते मातशें आमकां डिटेल्स
आता ग्लेन आयकय रामा काणकोडकाराक माल तो आमी पळयला सीसीटीव्हीचेर तेका मारून जातरेक लास्ट तेजेर उदक आनी शेण घालतात आनी तेका मारलो कित्यान जो 3 फेज इलेक्ट्रीक वायर आसा तेणे तेका मारला आनी तो वायर असो की तो मनशाक भितर मार दिता त्या वायरान मारप म्हणल्यार की आमी असली खूब पळयले कडेन आसा सावथाक तो वायर मनशा भितर मार दिता आनीक तेजेर शेण काडले आनी उदक घातले काय ना एविडन्स डिस्ट्रॉय जाता आमी म्हणटा आतां फॉरेन्सीक गाडी येयली एक सांग फॉरेन्सीक गाडी पावसाक कितें करतली कितें एविडन्स मेळटले ह्या फॉरेन्सीक हेका आनीक दुसरें फॉरेन्सीक लॅब जर आसा फॉरेन्सीक एक गाडी आसा तेंचे कडेन आनी ती खंय साकून येता वेर्णा साकून आनी वेर्णा साकून जर येतली जाल्यार पयलीं तेणी पणजेच्यान परमिशन घेवपा पडटा कित्याक काय म्हणल्यार जो फॉरेन्सीक लॅबाचो इंचार्ज आसा तो पणजे रावता जो पर्यंत तो पणजेच्यान वेर्णा वचना तो पर्यंत ती फॉरेन्सीक लॅब येना आनी दुसरें तूं म्हणटा ह्या केसीक कांय ना झिरो कांय जावपा ना एविडन्स कांय ना पळय दाखयता सीसीटीव्हीचेर दिसला आतां पुलिसेन जर सारकें इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन करून ते भशेन सेक्शन ते एटेम्प्ट टू मर्डराचे लायले म्हूण जायना तेका आनी सेक्शन लावपाक मेळटा ती लावपा जाय ती लायली जाल्यारच ह्या केसीक कित्याक दम आसतलो नाल्यार ह्या केसीक दम कांयच ना आनीक आतां न्यू जॉब एनएस कायदो तो म्हणटा की तुका चड इंजरी आसल्यार तुवें एफआयआर रेजिस्टर करपाक जाय जाल्यार गरज ना एनसी करून उडय आतां जे हॉस्पिटल आसा तें कितें दिता तें पळोवपाक जाय फाल्यां तेणी म्हणल्यार ना मायनर म्हणलें जाल्यार रामा काणकोडकाराक मार खालो गेलो तेजी फॅमिली हे ते बेश्टे फुकट गेले कायदो असो आसपाक जाय की खंय तरी कायदो मातसो चेंज जावपाक जाय तुवें थापड मारल जाल्यार सुद्दां तेका कडक शिक्षा जावपाक जाय फाल्यां सकाळीं तो कितें जावपाक जायना तेका कितें सुटो जायना अशें कितें तरी एक कायदो आसा हांगा कायद्याची दज्जा उडयल्या कायदो म्हणटात ना लोक हांगा मातशी न्याय मेळचो म्हूण कोर्टाक वता पूण कोर्टाक सुद्दां न्याय मेळना आनी लोक अशे बेजारता मागीर
प्रतिमा
See, I feel, which I come back, prevention is better than cure. There's a saying. And why I say prevention is better than cure, prevention केल्लें न्ही तर आयज न्ही हें जावपाक पावपाचें न्ही रामाचेर हो फर्स्ट टायम हल्लो न्ही रामाचेर 2-3 म्हयने पयलो हल्लो जाल्लो त्याच बांबोली सेम पीपल तितूंतलो एकलो who is there now in the 6 who is involved he was involved total 7 एकलो फिल्मिंग कोत्तालो दिसता 6 जाण अटॅकर्स ओके सो what I want to say is first time अटॅक केल्लो तेन्ना आमी गेल्ली रामा बरोबर सानांद्रे पुलीस स्टेशनात कितें केलां तांचेर आगासाय पुलीस स्टेशन सॉरी आमी गेल्ली अटॅक वॉज डन इन बांबोली बट आगासाय पुलीस स्टेशनात वी वेंट तेका धरून हाडलो खंयच्यान रामानूच सांगलें रामान तांकां क्लू दिलो तेका धरून हाडलो एक दीस दवरलो तेका सोडलो तेका बेल मेळ्ळी तेका तेन्नाच धरिल्लो आनी हें समज सिरियसली घेतिल्लें रामाचेर हल्लो जालो तो फर्स्ट टायम हें आयज रामाचेर जावपाक पावना यू वूड हॅव नॉट बीन पॉसिबल टुडे आयज रामाक सारकोच केला काल चुकून दुखून रामाक आतां नाव इज रायट आय इज ब्लिडींग खंय तरी त्या ब्रेनाक मार पडलेलो आनी मेल्लो जाल्यार बायलेक घोव ना जावपाचो भुरग्याक बापूय ना जावपाचो आनी दुसरें म्हणटा तें एज यू वॉज टॉकिंग आतां खंय सीएमाक खंय ओपोजिशन जे लिडर गेल्ले भितर जावं तो युरी आलेमाव जावं तो विजय सरदेसाय जावं तो विरेश बोरकार जावं तो वेन्झी आपाचो हे जे गेल्ले तेणी खंय सीएमाक आतां दे हॅव रिक्वेस्टेड सेम NSA एक्ट लाय म्हणजे नॅशनल सेक्युरिटी एक्ट लाय म्हणून ही हॅड कम बिफोर दॅट सीएम हॅड कम विथ थिंग दॅट ताडीपार करचें म्हणटा आतां ताडीपार कितें मड्याचें ताडीपार करून कितें जावपा आसा ताडीपार इज लायक हॉलिडे फॉर देम मेन bloody holiday for them. They'll go enjoy, sleep, eat, drink. Gal mare bitor बोडे तेंका काढ मरे सगळे किंग पिंग कोणतो काढ मरे ताचो मास्टर कोणतो काढ मरे तांका कितले पैसे पावले ते काढ मरे व्हिडिओ कोणाक धाडटाले ते फिल्मिंग करून ताका मारून जाता की ते सोदून काढ मरे.
Today it's very easy to get on the phone.
And I said yesterday, when I was outside the GMC after meeting Rama, I spoke there, and there when I said that where is CM, कित्याक सगळे येऊन गेले, सगळ्यांचे स्टेटमेंट आम्ही पहिले, सगळे ऑपोजिशन लिडर जे आसा जावं ते काँग्रेसाचे आपाचे आणि गोवा फॉरवर्ड आणि तुझे आरजीचे, बट वाय बीजेपी एकलो देखून मंत्री कित्याक वचूना त्याच्या खबरेक
एमएलए आशिल्लो
कोण एमएलए
गोविंद गावडे आशिल्लो.
गोविंद गावडे तो आपण एसटी म्हणून गेला लीडर.
No, but he is
and
a
he is not a
MLA,
minister,
MLA, no?
he is a MLA.
Yeah.
But I am saying
But he was there because I was there when he was there.
it
That's why I
was
can
whose
tell you.
duty as a home minister attack जाल्लो आसा. होम मिनिस्टर CM प्रमोद सावंत ही शुड हॅव गॉन. कितेंय जावं तो ही मे बी एक्टिविस्ट पूण तो गोंयकार एक भुरगो एसटी समाजाचो भुरगो इलेक्शना टायमार तुमी एसटीच्या दारांत वता भीक मागपाक. ते एसटीचो भुरगो जावं तो एक आमचो गोंयकार आमचो एक वोकल भुरगो त्याचे खबरेक वचून
one thing,
एक स्टेटमेंट
forget about all this.
आणि मागीर सांगता इन्स्ट्रक्शन दिल्या. तुजी इन्स्ट्रक्शनाची गरज ना आमकां. तुजी फकत स्टेटमेंट येता दिवपाची गरज ना.
Has that atrocities on ST which is non-bailable and cannot be.
There is act. There is law.
Has it? I know. Has it been added?
Exactly what I'm saying. See,
Yeah.
Glenn, तू बोंग असो जाल्यार न्हू तेणी थिंगा
चार
सेक्शनां
section.
रायल्या.
I have seen that.
Okay.
One is the
आमची पळय
attack on
झगडी
order.
जालेली थिंगा ऑडशेलान आमकां ते जेनिफर मॉन्सेरातान सेसिलाक मारलेले आनी
तुमचेर केस घातलेली.
आमचेर केस घालेली तितून ताणी कितें एक 10 सेक्शनां लायल्या आनी आमचेर केस घाल्यात. तितून आमचो पळय PI आहा तो सेक्शनां लावपाक सामको जादूगर.
But आतां
पूण
कितें-
हितून ताका सेक्शनां मेळोना 4 सेक्शनां लायला and ST section
Atrocities against ST.
ST atrocities against ST is not put in that.
Why?
He's not showing. The FIR was not made. The Panchnama was not done. They're not giving us the FIR. Till 10:30 in the night we were there. They're not giving us the FIR. See, let me tell you another thing. Investigating officer, the fastest appointment of an investigating officer was done in this case.
Really?
1:30 investigating officer was assigned.
पंचनामा जाऊन आलेली.
Panchmana कांयच जावंक ना. Investigating officer
FIR filed.
was in normal cases investigating
FIR is first, no?
Yeah, but investigating officer was appointed first.
Before
now
FIR?
the beat officer over there is a good cop called Nitin. So see, Panjim has 8 beats. Okay, now it's my constituency, so I know 8 beat aha Panjim police station, and this is beat number 7. The beat officer over there is Nitin Naik. Okay, he should have become the investigating officer, or there was another PSI on duty at Panjim police station. That fellow should have become the investigating officer. Or Bhalta's investigating officer tinga appoint zala immediately. इथून कितें सोदपाक येता की घोडबोड चालू आहाच, टोटल घोडबोड चालू आहा, and the police are in complete connivance. नाजाल्यार हे घोडचे, it is not possible for this to happen. It is just not possible, and that is why I am saying all down the line people have to be fired, they have to be suspended, and then the investigation needs to happen. नाजाल्यार हे कांय जावपाचें ना, and the minister who's behind this has to be brought to the front.
Yeah, it's not possible. There must be some other people, other political MLAs,
No,
or
no,
not
what
only one
Francis
minister.
said, no,
Also, one
Francis-
thing. Wait. Now, I want to get into a little bit of the on the ground level. Now, you were there earlier, afternoon, evening, night. I think I saw you live at 12 o'clock, and like 1:30, I was there at the police station to see like if they were going to take them out for tea and all. I come to the office, I had gone for a round. So wife is asking, "What are you doing there outside the police station at 1:30 in the morning?" I just gone anyway. So, and today morning also you were there. You all, I think, good exercise you all did also.
Yeah.
All
Today
of
we
you.
had to
3,
go
4 of
around,
them
yeah.
were there. What is the ground swell on the ground? What are the people talking? People, not the activists, not generally. What are they saying? Bisten, Zapachana, Bisten time pass. Are they scared? Are they what? What is the scene?
See, in my opinion, when I went for the protest, when they blocked the road.
Now you talk about now.
Yeah, today afternoon. So last night, whatever they got the guys, they came. SP gave a bite outside the police station, saying that we got them. 2 guys were found in Dodamarg, and all that happened. When we questioned him regarding the law and order situation overall, what is happening in Goa, he's like, no, let's talk only about the case. And then he said nothing much, and then he went inside.
Yeah.
That was one thing. But anyways, today for the protest, when I went and they blocked off the roads, it felt very, tense. Like, like they were actually trying to get the chief minister to come and meet them, like make him answerable to the public. But then somehow a little while later, all the MLAs gathered together and they went away from the road. They opened the road basically, and a few protesters, the locals, and There are some people who I know are not politically affiliated, but they were there for the protest. They were there sitting on the footpaths and on the zebra crossings, blocking the traffic. Now these few MLAs, they get a call saying that the chief minister is willing to talk to them, and they just stand up, they go outside, they address their followers there, and they say we are going to Altin. Now there,
So all the party members went to Altin along with them.
yeah, and then what happened was protesters were like, what are we doing here then? Our leaders are just running away. Why did we even bother blocking the road then? If you just want to talk to the CM,
So
take
this
an
is talk
appointment.
about
go
the
and meet him.
opposition MLAs.
Yeah, because honestly, it felt like the whole thing fizzled out the moment the MLA started walking to Altin. If you want to meet the chief minister, I don't think this protest was necessary. An appointment would have sufficed probably. Now, even if
The protest, I don't know, was the protest to meet the chief minister?
no, the protest. See, now the thing is when you hold now, because politicians are treated like gods, like they're treated like someone who's above everything. Like you can't harm them. Like even when we go to take bites on people, they're like, no, I know this fellow. He'll trouble me later and all. But the thing is, at some point, people need to grow a spine. If you are being afraid of them throughout whatever process is happening, including the cops, if no one grows a spine, obviously politicians are going to have that upper hand on society. If no one is going to answer, and if people who are answering are brutally attacked like this, then what else is left? Then you don't have the right to complain. Whatever they do, you accept it. Pothole roads, accept it. You're going to get beaten on the road, accept it. But if people are going to talk, and then, like when opposition leaders and, MLAs are leaving the protesters high and dry, then most of them were like, where are they going? We don't even know what is happening. They went to
So the
Altin.
political class bands together. Are you?
Yeah, the political
trying to
class
say that?
banded together. When we reached Altin with the politicians, it was just the politicians and a few party members who were there. There were no protesters there. The protesters dispersed from the site at the road.
But they were still sitting there.
They were sitting there, but then few of them came and I spoke to them, and they were like, I asked them, we will speak on camera. They were like, no, at this point we feel like we're just spectators. We came today thinking that we would actually protest, we would actually make the government feel that people are angry, that we are actually voicing our concerns, and then our leaders only just abandoned us and went. Now, this we have seen, people, he'll call a delegation of 5 people and he'll give assurances and things will happen. But until that power of the people is not really seen, until politicians don't realize that they are really answerable to people and just during elections, begging for votes and a few envelopes are passed around, doesn't mean that is power. But today, I saw a glimpse of people rising and really questioning the government, but then the opposition, in my opinion, failed to really, keep them in confidence and really, talk to their own protesters who were there standing in the heat, in the sun, on the road with them. Now, these are people who are not really there for hungry for, media attention or for PR or for, basically to gain their influence on people. They were there just because they wanted security, because they knew that if one of their family members, if they spoke against someone wrong, or if they filed a case against the wrong person, they could be the next one beaten on the roads of Goa. So again,
which is not going to happen to the MLAs because they have security and they have protection.
Exactly.
How many MLAs
Their
are going to
security
get
is
beaten
paid
up
for
on the
with our
road like
taxpayer
Rama?
money.
Nobody, whether it's opposition or not. That's tough. Like you might and me might get beaten, and but they won't get beaten, right? That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, so they are
Privileged class.
And ultimately, people need to question the government. We've seen
But
this
ultimately,
happening.
sorry, Subhash, for interrupting you. Ultimately, who votes these people to power?
Us, Goans.
Yeah, so that is the point. So then it is up to us to choose the right people, no? Otherwise, this is going to happen only. Suppose if a little bit of shakuti and some
chicken
booze
biryani.
and whatever, little few
1,000
envelopes.
rupees.
Now, if I don't know, it's gone from 500 to 1,000 to 2,000, and people take it because they are scared. It happens everywhere. So if we are going to live on that, then I don't know. But there is a catch side to it. This I think Francis will be able to think on that. There's a catch side. Goa throws out 50 to 55% of its MLAs every time. He throws out. Check the records.
Yeah.
Past so many. Still, I don't know if the people are such fools. I think people are smart because they don't talk because then they can be, targeted. I think the politicians are like, or maybe 100% of the MLA should be thrown out. I don't know. Francis, you tell me. You are the disruptor among the politicians I have seen. You are more a journalist than a politician, by the way. Transactional journalist.
I take that as a compliment.
It is a compliment because I don't give that very often.
The fact that I can write and speak makes me a journalist.
But
anyway,
but transactional journalist.
But no, coming to what Subhashish was saying, see, I agree that there was a little bit of an issue because it wasn't organized and it wasn't led by a central team today. It was a spontaneous. When he put out the first call, Vijay Sardesai followed Yuri after that followed, and everyone, like, you know, Yuri said come to Congress Bhavan, then he later corrected it and said Azad Maina. So everyone, it was just happening spontaneously. Okay, even when we went and we stormed the police headquarters gate first, right? There also, it wasn't a planned move. We thought we'll go and get the DGP and, like, you know, hold him to action. They did not let us there. When they did not let us there, we started marching towards Altin, towards the Chief Minister's bungalow. When we went towards the Chief Minister's bungalow, we got stopped. So some of us broke the barricade and went forward. Some of us got hit. Benzi got hit by a cop, so he sat back down. So then some of us who had moved ahead of the barricade came back, and we protested over there, and then again we started proceeding. We went to the BJP headquarters and we did some sloganeering at the BJP headquarters, right? We protested against the BJP and their madness that is going on. Thereafter, we then decided to carry on towards Altin. Some of us went from one way, some of us went from the other way. We reached down near the Panjim Immaculate Conception Church. Tinga amka puttun tamailo. Tinga tamaile upran, then I was the one who suggested to Venzi and Vijay, let's go and stop a proper arterial road. That's when we walked down that one way and we reached Dayanand Bandodkar Marg at Dayanand Bandodkar statue, and we stopped the road. Because we stopped the road, then they accepted that, okay, you want to go there, we will allow you to go there now. So what Subhash is saying is right. The protesters were not, we were not getting a chance to this, but we did try you know, just to give you the background. Venzi stood up on the parapet and spoke to people and told them that we were demanding to meet the Chief Minister. They've allowed us, so all of us should go. He stood on the road and issued that notice to all the public. Vijay Sardesai stood under Dayanand Bandodkar statue and said the same thing. Amka CMak meong जायले, आमी CMच्या घरावर मार्च कोत्ताले, आमका मेong आता तो तयार झाला म्हणून आमी सगळे थिंगा या. So we told the protesters that आमी सगळे आता CMच्या बंगल्यार या. Okay, some protesters over there, few of them were complaining ki ami kidyak and ye and te and we invited everybody, we invited the entire protest, and we walked all the way up. We climbed the hill walking. Nobody took a bike, nobody.
I don't know, all our people were
including the LOP, including Subhashish. He was sweating. He's had a bath and come now. I didn't have a bath, but he was sweating, like, you know,
the whole
profusely.
Team was there.
Profusely,
was
yeah,
there,
exactly. We all walked up.
There,
when we walked up over there, we continued the protest. So this is why it happened spontaneously. What he's saying is also right. This is the first time I have seen such a protest, other than the last time I saw it was Goa Bachao Abhiyan. 2006-2007 was the last time I saw this kind of vigor in the people where they came out on the streets. And this Rama Kankonkar issue has sparked out that kind of fever. The previous time I saw it was, I was too small, but I've read about it, was 86 was the Konkani agitation, and before that 66 was the opinion poll, right? So every 20 years, by clockwork precision, in fact,
this is your favorite theory.
Yeah, in fact, a senior journalist brought this to my notice, and he's writing, you know, a book on these protests that have erupted in Goa. And the last time was 2006, 2007, when the Goa Bachao Abhiyan was started. This is the beginning of the downfall of this government. The people that we saw, the fear, the anger, and the frustration in their eyes was immense. We could see it in their faces and their eyes that enough is enough. Enough is enough. We don't care. Panjim PI aha or SP aha involved or Hunsam minister aha, Koni aha, amka te kadlele jay and amka naka manon. People have finally realized this, and we saw that anger on the streets of Panjim.
I hope it
today.
continues. That is the biggest.
Yeah, it is going to continue.
Yeah, Ramesh, I want म्हाका एक तुमच्या कडल्यान हें जाय. South Goa, North Goa at least in control. Karanzale no doubt happened, but North Goa ते police पोरवरी बरोबर मातशे South Goa खूप लूज आहा.
साऊथ गोवा लूज आसा म्हणलें जाल्यार कितें, साऊथ गोवा प्रत्येक पुलीस स्टेशनाचे स्टाफ कमी आसा, आनी ह्या स्टाफ कमी आसले कारणान असले इन्सिडेंट हे जातात. कित्याक इन्सिडेंट जाता त्या टायमार कॉल केल्यार टायमार पावनात, कित्याक स्टाफ आसल्यार गाडी ना तेंचे कडेन,
पेट्रोल ना,
गाडी आसल्यार ड्रायव्हर ना, असली परिस्थिती जाता. आनी म्हणून हे जे घेर पेट्टात न्ही हेजे खातीर पेट्टात, आनीक हांगा पुलीस लेट पावतले की ही प्रॉब्लेम जातात. आमी सदां मागतात आनी आमी एवरी टायम न्यूज करता, म्हाका सांगतात की हांगा स्टाफ वाडय, हांगा स्टाफ जायो, पूण स्टाफ दिवपाक तयार ना. स्टाफ दिनासतना जो इन्चार्ज त्या पुलीस स्टेशनाचो आसा तो कितें करतलो? आतां हाणें म्हणलां की त्या पुलिसांक सस्पेंड करची म्हणून आनी कितें उलयतालो पणजेच्या. हांव म्हणटा ज्या पुलीस स्टेशनाचेर ताचे कडेन करपाक कंट्रोल ना, जे कितें आसा तो रिमोट कंट्रोल वयर साकून करता जाल्यार तो हँडिकॅप जावन उरता. म्हणून हांव म्हणटा जर तुमच्यान जायना तुमी सोडून वचात आनी कोणाक दियात. पूण सस्पेंड करून दवरलो कितले दीस, 2 काडटले दुसरे कडेन ट्रान्सफर करतले जालें. हें म्हणना हें जाता जाल्यार लोकांक न्याय मेळपाक जाय. आनी जर पुलीस स्टेशनार गेल्यार सुद्दां किती परिस्थिती जाता ती सगळ्यांक खबर आसतली, आमच्या रिपोर्टरांक खबर आसतली. तुमगे नॉर्था तरी वेगळे आसा म्हणून सावथाक कितें जाता ते आमकां खबर आसा.
North is better than south.
ना वे नॉर्थ इज नॉट सी नॉर्थ इज अ फुल शो इज हॅपनिंग. हे पाड पडलेले आहा न्हू ते शो कोत्ता. हांव तुका सांगता ज्या दिसा पुलीस प्रिव्हेंटिव्ह पुलिसिंग कोत्ता, व्हडले परेड बा काडटा तेन्ना कॅमेरा घेवन भोंवता दोवदिरे आनी मागीर त्या दिसा उपरांत दिसतीच पडना ते. दॅट नॉनसेन्स ऑफ दे हॅज नो वे दे शो आमी पुलीस परेड केले आख्ख्या बाजारान भोंवना इज फॉर 1 डे दिखावा ऑन टीव्ही तितलेंच. मागीर आसोना ते. अरे बीट ऑफिसर आसोना, बीट ऑफिसर आसोना. तू करांदरे हांव तुका सांगता बीट ऑफिसर आसोना थिंगा. बीट ऑफिसर डजंट नो हिज ब्लडी बीट. आय चॅलेंज यू टू, मंजुनाथ इज द इन्व्हेस्टिगेटिंग ऑफिसर ऑन दिस. आय चॅलेंज यू टू टेक हिम ऑन हिज बाटलेम बीट अँड शो हिम द एंटायर द बीट. ही वोंट नो द ब्लडी लेन्स इन दॅट बीट. तो बीटूच नको. हांव तुका गॅरंटी दिता. चल दिस नो ग्लेन, it has gone to such a level that this frustration of mine is boiling. I know these police officers. Some of them are excellent police officers, some of them are bad, some of them are okay, some of them are instigated, some of them they threaten and make them do things. They have their own things. I'm not going against the police, but the level to which it has dropped to because of this BJP Sarkar and Mr. Pramod Sawant, the man himself. Now gyon munta Pramod Sawant is the home minister who's brought it down to this level where the beat officer doesn't know his damn beat. I challenge you to tell the beat officer.
Yeah, but what are the DGP and the DIG and
DGP comes, gets thrown out. I'll tell you, Akshat Kaushal was doing a good job.
Good cop.
He was doing a good job. He has been shunted. He doesn't have a chair to sit.
Because he was doing a good job.
Because he was doing a good job. He has been shunted. He doesn't have a chair to sit. The good officers are getting thrown out. And the shitty officers are being posted and given a good post.
Santosh is in PTS.
No,
Exactly. Sunita Sawant. You look at Sunita Sawant.
Example
Sunita
सांगता.
Sawant. Why?
Look at Sunita
Because
Sawant.
she wanted one right wing list of all the right wingers.
Sunita Sawant. She would have this
सुनीता
nonsense.
सावंताक कित्याक ट्रान्सफर केली?
This
कित्याक
nonsense
transfer
that happened in
केली?
Mongol.
सुनीता
ते Mongol जातले आले. जाऊन आले.
सुनीता
Sunita Sawant आले जाल्यार Mongol जातले आले. जाऊन आले.
सारखे सुनीता सावंतान एक रिपोर्ट मागलो.
हे ट्रान्सफर कोण
आपल्या
हे ट्रान्सफर ओके कोण करता?
So who is running the
Who's
BJP today?
ये ट्रान्सफर ओके?
Who
Who is transferring these people? Mr. Pramod Sawant. सावंत साहेब साईन करता आणि मागीर ते ट्रान्सफर जातात. त्याच्या सायना शिवाय जायना.
गोंयटा बोल न्ही तांकां ते
तो आता तो म्हणटा 3 वर्सांनी पीआय ट्रान्सफर म्हणून तुम्ही ऑर्डर काडटा आणि मोदी
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑर्डर कोणे
मोदी जेन्ना ते कोणाचेर बडी मारतात. फॉर एक्झाम्पल सुनीता सावंताची पळय इतली बरी काम करताली. एक लेडी नाव आसले केन्नाय फोन कर इमिजिएटली सामकी रेडी आसताली. तिका तुम्ही एक फायल काडटरी तुम्ही तिका ट्रान्सफर करून धाडटा.
I want to know one thing.
कित्याक ट्रान्सफर
I just want to know one thing. I want to know one thing. Now IPS officers are there as SPs. Okay, they are senior SPs. They are IPS officers. Tell me one thing. Besides the coastal belt, which of the gullies of their areas do they know?
But it is not their job.
Wait, 1 second. So we all local cops, like people like Santosh or Sunita Sawant, they should be there as they should go along because they know. Arey, we've not had cops. We've done. Ramesh, police speed. I also started on the police speed. I know the way the police can do. They'll know everything what happens in everybody's toilets. I always tell my reporters. But the point is, they should be allowed to work, no? If they are not allowed to work, then this happens. Look at this. Have the people of Goa seen the way Rama Kankonkar has been hit? Have you seen it? Look at it. It might be your bloody chance next. You might be the ones on that road. Then who's going to come to your help? This is what our people should know. Have you seen? Look at those visuals. Look at the visual. Look on 365. For once, all the other channels are also covering Rama. They should not cover him before. But today they have covered. Look at the way he has been hit. This might be your turn next. If you allow these people, these politicians and these police to roll over you. This is one thing I'm telling you. Very upsetting because Rama's close to me. And the previous day he was here in the studio. He was supposed to meet me yesterday at 5 o'clock after this. And then we get this news. Pratima, you have been speaking against the government. You have got how many cases against you?
So I've got around 17 and so many FIRs on me. So I'm so fed up, this
Why
is
should you
going
be
on.
fed up? This is
Why?
the
See,
problem,
when
no?
that is what I'm saying. The one who wants to protest and is protesting, that person ends up getting sections. Now listen, you said about agitation and all. You forgot one agitation protest. You remember last year? सेंट फ्रांसिस झेवियराक वेलिंग कितें म्हणटा म्हूण आमी एक प्रोटेस्ट केलो. सगळे फेथफूल भायर सरले. हांवें एक कॉल मारलो, सगळे फेथफूल आयले, प्रोटेस्ट केले. 3 दीस ती प्रोटेस्ट चालू उरली. लोक तिडकेन भायर सरलेले. पूण आयज पळोवपाक गेले FIR कोणाचेर घातले, ताका लूज सेक्शन घातले, ताका VIP कल्चरान हाडलो आनी आमच्या असल्या लोकांचेर आयज FIR घातल्या. म्हज्या बरोबर 500 लोकांचेर FIR घातल्या. म्हळ्यार वॉट इज दीस हॅपनिंग ग्लेन? हांगा न्ही हे क्रिमिनल आसा पळय.
Even in I don't know where Sanjay Tyara, Kurtori, some Shivaji Maharaj statues. Are they have filed cases against the
लोकांचेर घालता तुम्ही
villages?
उलटा
What
चोर
is
कोतवाल
nonsense?
कोटांडे.
Anyway, I am wailing.
आणि
Last, we have out of time.
एक सांग, जी नॉर्था जी हे जाता ती 5 मिनटां भितर आमकां कळटा, सावथा कळटा आनी हांव तुका फोन मारता सर अशें जाल म्हणून. ही जर आमकां कळटा जाल्यार हे जे LIB पुलीस आसात हेंकां कित्याक कळना?
कळटा, कोण सांगता कोण?
ही कळटा जाल्यार ते सांगना कित्याक ते आतां कळ्ळें हेचे खातीर.
Anyway, this is sometimes Ramesh talks in riddles. See, anyway, we have got out of time, but I am very serious and I am very, very, very upset because this is not the Goa that we brought up with. This is not the Goa we want. Look at those visuals. It is. Yesterday we were with Rama in the night in GMC. Look at him. There are wire marks across his body.
Yeah.
Across his face.
Across his face.
Stomach.
And the worst part is these guys are video filming. And tomorrow they will say, "Tu Rakandara." They will say, Francis, tu Goenkara kode jogata. ही हाल घे. Glenn, तू चोड उलयता ती हाल घे. Ramesh, story मारता तू. Pratima, story. Now, is this the Goa we want? It's up to you all. It is up to you all because this is not only my Goa, it's everybody's Goa.
See,
This is something that we need to think, look at those visuals and think about it. When you go for mass or when you go to the temple, think about it and then decide what you want to do and what Goa you want for yourself. Thank you, Pratima. We are out of time. We will continue this discussion later. Thank you, Pratima. Thank you, Subhashish. Thank you, Ramesh. And thank you, Fred. Thank you. And keep watching. I'm Glenn Costa for Story Behind the Story on Goa 365.